Hello, today I'll be talking about the following tests. Exercise, IAT. Do you implicitly associate exercise with positivity or negativity? Loneliness, IAT. Do you implicitly associate yourself with being lonely or socially supported? Eating shame, IAT. Do you implicitly associate eating high food with shame? I will speak about how my results made me feel and what I can do to be more culturally humble in each area. For the eating shame IAT, the data indicated what stated what we call a weak automatic association between shameful and low fat food and acceptable and high fat food. So it says that you received this result because you were slightly faster to respond when shameful and low fat food and acceptable and high fat food were paired together than when acceptable and low fat food and shameful and high fat food were paired together. I was not particularly surprised by the result since I've always enjoyed high fat foods and do not think they're bad, even though society often tells us that they are. When I thought about it further, I realized that my background has a lot to do with this. In my family and culture, meals with more fat often represented affection, joy, and comfort. Even while society says that low fat foods are healthier or better choice, it seems more reasonable that I would intuitively think of them more positively. In terms of cultural humility, I could question my own eating choices when I see what other people consume, especially if it is different from what I grew up with. Instead of labeling traditional meals from other cultures as unhealthy, I should look to understand their culture, emotional, and historical significance. Recognizing these aspects can foster greater appreciation and respect for diverse culinary traditions. The AIT for loneliness or the loneliness IAT, the results were you were moderately faster to respond when self was paired with supported than when self was paired with lonely. We call this a moderate implicit association between self and supported compared to self and lonely. I was not shocked by this outcome either because I really feel like I have a lot of support from family and friends. I was grateful for this result because it also made me think. I know not everyone feels this way and reminded me not to assume that others feel as supported as I do. To become more culturally humble, I could do more than simply see this divide. I could actively reach out to help others who might feel alone. I could learn more about other people's lives by volunteering or by volunteering at a community center, going to support group events, or simply just talking to folks to which I do not usually talk. This helps me remember that not everyone feels the same sense of belonging that I do. It also teaches me to be more understanding and present when people talk about feeling lonely. For the exercise IAT, the data results read, uh, your data indicate that what we call a moderate implicit association between exercise and good. You received this result because you were moderately faster to respond when exercise was paired with good than when exercise was paired with bad. The exercise IAT demonstrated a moderate link between exercise and good, which means that I replied more quickly when the terms were related. This truly astonished me because I never liked going to the gym or following set training plans. I thought that my data would reveal a weaker or negative link. It gave I gave some thought and realized that this has to do with the fact that standard exercise is always pushed as ethically okay in ads, health trends, and even everyday conversations. If I do not like working out, I have learned that being active is always considered as the right thing to do. This also made me think about how quickly society calls those who do not work out lazy or uninspired without considering cultural norms, chronic health problems, or other things that could affect how someone feels about exercise. To learn more about cultural humility in this area, I might look at how physical exercise appears in other cultures. I could go to a cultural dance event, volunteer at a local recreation program that has a lot of different activities, or just talk to people from diverse backgrounds about what being active means to them. This would help me understand that helping keep by keeping healthy and active does not have to fit into a Western gym focused model. It would also make me question my own unconscious beliefs. Overall, these tests showed me some of my natural biases and links. Some of them were what I expected, and some amazed me. Thinking about them helps me figure out how I feel. I can be more open minded and understanding. I want to be more culturally humble in my daily life by questioning what others think about food, listening to those who feel alone, and learning about diverse ways to be active.